And good afternoon and welcome to Bullard, Texas. We're at Schwab Field, doubleheader day for the Tyler Apaches and the Trinity Valley Cardinals. Teams are being announced right now, and we're about to have the anthem. And the Apaches come in ranked number 4 in the country, 42-5 on the year, 24-4 in conference playoff, a doubleheader sweep over Bossier Parish Community College. A big win, a big sweep for the Apaches on Saturday, and both teams have 10 more ball games to go in conference play. The Trinity Valley Cardinals come in 22-20 on the year. They're led by co-head coaches Kathleen and James Rodriguez. I had a chance to talk to James Rodriguez just a few minutes ago. Let's hear what he had to say about the Cardinals season just a minute ago in front of their dugouts. We got James Rodriguez down here in front of the Cardinal dugout, and Coach, kind of in the middle of pack right now. Looks like you got maybe a bit of a younger team, a few more freshmen and sophomore. Talk about your season so far this year.
Yeah, we've made a lot of freshman mistakes early on, and we started out just up and down and couldn't put a winning streak together. But we started finding it a little bit during the middle of the season, and now it's crunch time. Last 2 weeks of the season, and got to win some games.
Well, you got it all in front of you. 10 games left, I think. These are important ones right here. They're all important, but you're playing the team that's first place in the conference, ranked in the nation. Talk about today's games.
Tough opponent, good coaching. We got to play our best. We got to play our best games today. We can't give away outs, and you do that, and Tyler will definitely take advantage of it.
So who's going to be in the circle here for game one?
It'll be number 11, Kim Abundis from San Antonio.
Well, good. Coach, I know that both teams are getting ready to play. I got to get an interview with Maria here if I can. But thanks for taking a few minutes. I hope today goes well, and I hope the rest of the season goes well. Those Cardinals can get to the playoffs.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right, a big thank you to James Rodriguez, as I had to teach class this morning, so I'm hustling a bit here. Getting in the saddle, we got the lineups on the scorecard, and we're ready to go. Let's go through the lineups for you. For the Trinity Valley Cardinals, 22-20 on the year. They're 9-9 in Region 14 play. They're led by James and Kathleen Rodriguez. Here's the lineup they've put down on the lineup card today. Leading off in right field, Hannah Scullion. Batting second is the center fielder, Claudia Santana. Batting third, shortstop, Savannah Martinez. Roxanne Segura is the cleanup hitter. She's playing second base. The designated player is Raya Canijo. I'll have to get that one right before the day's over. Kim Abundis is on the mound. She'll bat sixth. Mele Pasacala is the first baseman. She'll bat seventh. The eighth batter is Destiny Hernandez, the third baseman. And the catcher is Christina Sanchez. The flex player in left field is Brianna Kennard. That's your lineup for Trinity Valley. Defensively for the Apaches, in left field it's Brittany Gaylor. In center, Mackenzie Ryan. In right, Rebecca Snow. Around the infield, Casey Moore at third. Jaden Lance at short, Mackenzie Pete at second, Mackenzie Goswick at first, Shelby Court behind the plate. And in the circle, right-hand freshman from Garden City, Kansas, Abby Dart. First pitch is in there. Little delay call. Strike one, and we're underway 3 minutes early at 12:57. Glad you're with us. Apaches and the Cardinals, doubleheader day. Swing and a foul tip, and it's quickly 0-2. On Hannah Scullion, time is called. Sure what, with an 0-2 count, we're having a meeting in the circle. What's that all about? Might be a long day, Pete. The Apaches coming off a nice doubleheader sweep on Saturday. The 0-2 pitch fouled off, and Scullion stays alive here. And again, both these teams with 10 more ball games to play in the conference. Let's see here. down to the bottom. After today's game, the Apaches travel to Northeast Texas on Saturday, fouled straight back. And weather going to be a factor this weekend for sure. They may have to, if they look at the weather, may have to play that on Friday if possible. So Saturday, they're supposed to play at Northeast Texas in Mount Pleasant. And then Sunday, they're back here at Brook Hill and play that same Northeast Texas squad. So I know the weather report right now, Saturday is not looking too good. So we might keep an eye on the weather and also on the scheduling, because you may end up moving that to Friday. I don't want to speak out of turn there, but I'm working some other ball games this weekend, and they've already rescheduled some of them for Friday instead of Saturday. So after the Northeast game on Sunday, next Wednesday we'll broadcast the Paris games here. Swing and a miss, first strikeout of the day for Abby Dart, and there's one away here in the first inning. So next Wednesday it's a doubleheader against Paris, 1 o'clock start for that. Then they travel to Kilgore on that Friday, the 27th, and then the Apaches are home for their doubleheader against Louisiana LSU Eunice. And we, right now, are scheduled to broadcast that game. And then after that, it's the playoffs. Region 14 tournament on the 4th of May in Lufkin. And then hopefully the national tournament in St. George, Utah, starting on the 16th of May. So lots to look forward to here for the Apaches. But still a lot ahead of them. Doubleheader today. It's quickly 0-2 on Claudia Santana, the center fielder. Abby Dart. Swing and a miss, strikeout. You're giving us a personal interview there. You are right dead center in front of that ball game, so appreciate if you can keep moving there.
I bet she didn't even offer you any, did she?
Well, if we'll try to get a picture to you as soon as we can. There we go. 2 up and 2 down. Abby Dart has struck out the first 2 batters. And here's Savannah Martinez. First time today. Martinez, the shortstop for Trinity Valley. Wearing their all blacks with the red and white trim are the Cardinals. Apache's got the white tops with the gray pants on today. Two balls and no strikes to Martinez. Abby Dart, 23-2 on the year. Pop up, that's going to get over our heads on the net and out of play. And on the roof. 23-2 with a 1.25 ERA is Abby Dart. This is her 26th appearance, her 25th start. She's got 11 complete games, 3 shutouts for Abby Dart. Quite a year for the freshman from Garden City. 2-1 pitch, well hit but foul down the left field line. Boy, that was, the ball had a chance to get out of here if it stays fair, but it was way foul over the Apache dugout. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Savannah Martinez. 2-2 pitch. This is going to be close to being in play and just gets off the net as Mackenzie Goswick tried to get over here to make the play in the on-deck circle. And ball just glanced off the net before she could get there. Abby Dart, 129 in the third innings, 138 strikeouts, 59 walks. Boy, she took something off it, and Abby just struck out the side. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for Trinity Valley as Abby Dart strikes out the side to get this game underway. We'll be back in just a minute with the Trinity Valley starters and the Apache batting lineup. All right, let's go through the batting lineup for you from Coach Maria Wynn Ratliff in her second season with the Apaches. 42-5 on the year, 24-4. They're presently sitting in first place in Region 14, Eastern Zone. Leading off, the right fielder Rebecca Snow. Batting second is the shortstop Jaden Lance. Can't read my own writing there, sorry. Mackenzie Goswick bats third. She'll play first base. The catcher is Shelby Court. She bats cleanup. The designated player is Courtney Heller. She'll bat fifth. Left fielder Brittany Gaylor bats sixth. Center fielder Mackenzie Ryan bats seventh. Mackenzie Pete, the second baseman, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the third baseman, Casey Moore. Defensively for the Trinity Valley Cardinals, Brianna Kennard in left, Claudia Santana in center, Hannah Scullion in right, Destiny Hernandez at third, Savannah Martinez at short, Roxanne Segura at second, Mele Pesacala at first, Christina Sanchez behind the plate, and in the circle, Brianna Kennard. Kennard in the circle for Trinity Valley. First pitch is going to miss, ball one. Next pitch misses, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom of inning number 1, Rebecca Snow leads it off. The 2-0 pitch. And that's foul down the third base line, foul. 2 balls and a strike. Apaches come in 42-5 on the season. They're presently in first place, 24-4 in Region 14 Eastern Zone play. Here's the 2-1. And, yeah, it looked like Rebecca Snow offered at that pitch. It's called a strike, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brianna Kennard. I'm sorry, that's not Kennard. I'm sorry, that's Kimberly Abundis in the circle. And they did have a slightly different look to their lineup, so Abundis in the circle for Trinity Valley. So they've got Brianna Kennard in left field as the flex player, so she's not actually in the batting lineup. And so when I wrote down my lineup, it got that little crossways here. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Rebecca Snow. And there's a leadoff walk, ball 4. First walk of the game for Kim Abundis. And Kim Abundis on the year, 2-0 with a 4.61 ERA. This is her 7th appearance of the year. And it looks as though this is maybe Kim's first start of the season. 13 2/3 innings pitched. 9 strikeouts, 11 walks for Kim Abundis. Ground ball through the legs of Abundis. Second base steps on the bag. Double play. Nice play by Savannah Martinez. Wow. Ball went right through the legs of Abundis. And Martinez grabbed it right at second base, stepped on the bag, and rifled it over to Pasacala for the 6U3 double play. That clears the bases with 2 outs for Mackenzie Goswick. So just like that, nothing going for the Apaches. They had their leadoff batter aboard. Abundis, a sophomore, listed on the roster as a utility player. She's from San Antonio. Two outs, nobody aboard with an 0-1 count to Mackenzie Goswick. Fly ball center field. This should end the inning. Santana grabs it. 3 up and 3 down for the Apaches in their half of the first. We're still scoreless here at Schwab Field. A beautiful day for softball. 75 degrees, northwesterly breeze at 10. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Schwab Field. 4, 5, and 6 for the Cardinals. Roxanne Segura steps in for the first time today against Abby Dart. First pitch is in there, strike one. Good to see Mike. No, it's not Mike. I thought that was Mike Elzamora out here. Somebody from one of the TV stations.
He's a little bit hairy.
I saw the short hair in the camera. That pitch just misses, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Roxanne Segura, second baseman for the Cardinals, batting cleanup. The pitch missed high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice little crowd gathering as the day progresses here. We got next pitch popped up. That's going to get out of play, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, for the first time ever, we have an obstruction of our view here. I don't know. We might have to ask that person with the umbrella. We're very close to obstructing the view here. I've already had a gentleman decide to. Huh? No, we can't really move the view that we have here at Schwab Field. Our camera's on a tripod. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. She might have gone. Tried to hold her swing up, and they're going to check. And the first base umpire says no swing. So it's a walk. First walk of the day for Abby Dart. And Segura is aboard with no one out. Here's Rhea Canijo, the designated player for the Cardinals. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Well, we've heard from somebody. I'd love for you to chime in on the live chat there. Someone, Curtis Heller has checked in already. I haven't had a chance. I've been scurrying around trying to get everything set up. So normally I put a little note on there to encourage those of you who are watching to shoot me a note on that live chat. So if you get a chance, I have to minimize the picture for a minute and drop me a note. Let me know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, and we'll give you a little shout out on the air. Already heard from Mr. Heller. Appreciate that. Top of the second inning, a 1-1 count on Rhea Canijo. Roxanne Segura with a leadoff walk. She's at first. Line drive at second, and it's a double play. Right at the second baseman, Mackenzie Pete. That's going to be an L4-3 double play. As Segura had taken off towards second, it was a bullet right at Pete, and she flipped it over to Mackenzie Goswick for the double play. So that's 2 double plays here in the first 2 innings. 1 for Trinity Valley, and now 1 for Tyler. Here's Kimberly Abundis, the pitcher. First pitch swinging, she fouls it way out of play. Boy, that's headed over toward the buses back behind us.
I hope it didn't hit my camera.
I see they got the KETK like live truck here. So maybe they're doing a live simulcast. Huh? Pop up right side, caught by Shelby Court. What a catch. Shelby came out of her squat, sprinted over toward the net, and just got her glove on it before that ball hit the net. What a nice play by Shelby Court to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Cardinals in their half of inning number 2. We'll be back with the Apaches. It's 4, 5, and 6. Court, Heller, and Gaylor when we come back. Well, let's bring you up to speed on the current conference standings. The Apaches are in first place with a 15-3 record. Then it's Bossier Parish at 13-5. Angelina is at 11-7. Navarro 10-8. Kilgore 11-9. This Trinity Valley squad 9-9. Northeast Texas 7-13, and Paris at 0-22. Rough year for the Dragons.
Up to bat, your captain number 12, Shelby
And
Court.
important games. Got both these squads have 10 more conference games to complete their conference schedule, so there's certainly plenty of juggling that could happen in this conference race. But right now, the Apaches with a 2-game lead over Bossier Parish. First pitch off the plate, ball 1 to Shelby Court. And Shelby, what a great play she made to end the second inning for the Cardinals. She steps in to lead things off here in the Apache half of the second. The sophomore from San Antonio, Kim Abundis, in the circle for the Cardinals. Here's the 1-0. And that's a strike. Mr. Umpire is pretty delayed today, Pete. So there goes our umbrella. Wonderful. Our umbrella is going to move over just a bit. And thank you, sir. They're trying to make sure they don't block anyone else's view as well. Appreciate that. Here's the 1-1. And that missed high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Shelby Court. Still scoreless here at Schwab Field. Bottom of inning number 2. The Apaches had a leadoff walk, Rebecca Snow, and then it was a double play. Jaden Lance hit a rocket right up the middle and really nicely turned by Savannah Martinez. Fly ball left field and just curving foul. That would have been possibly a double there, but ball hit foul, and Brianna Kennard runs over to retrieve it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You know what? There is Mike Alzamora. He's down there. Mike Alzamora is on. We got 2 TV stations covering the ball game for the Apaches. That's good to see. They deserve every bit of it. Number 4 in the country, 42-5. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off the plate. And it's a full count on Shelby Court. So the Apaches, after Jaden Lance grounded into the double play, Mackenzie Goswick flew out to center. So uneventful first inning for the Apaches. And Abby Dart has navigated 2 scoreless innings so far against the Cardinals. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right side, off the net, and we'll do it again. The Cardinals are 22-20 on the year, 9-9 in conference play. They are in 5th place at the moment. Top 4 teams go to the regional tournament, so definitely right in the thick of things are the Cardinals. 10 to go. There's all kinds of things that could happen. Fly ball high and deep to left, but that's going to drift foul as well. The wind is actually blowing in today, so it's going to knock anything that's high and deep kind of down a bit. We're really going to have to drive it to get it out of here today. Not going to get. Some days we have the wind that's going out here at Schwab Field, but today it's going to be blowing in. Southwesterly or northwesterly breeze at 10 miles an hour, and I've got to believe it's going to maybe gust a little higher than that. That flag was going pretty good when I came up here today. Here's the next payoff pitch, ball 4. So for the second inning in a row, Kim Abundis has walked the leadoff hitter. And that's going to bring up Courtney Heller, the designated player.
Up to bat, your designated player, number 35, Courtney Heller.
So the Apaches trying to get something going here. In the bottom of the second, leadoff runner aboard. Now, there's been 2 innings, and this is the 3rd time now that these squads have put their leadoff batter aboard. Swing and a miss. The runner goes. Throw to second, not in time. It's a stolen base for Shelby Court. Shelby steals second. And actually, the ball, there was no one covering the bag, so she went ahead and threw it. That's really the responsibility of the middle infielders to get there. Shelby Court now. That's her 19th stolen base of the year. Pretty impressive for a catcher. And it actually leads the team. She just took the lead from Brianna Pasinger, who Brianna is attending a family funeral. And so our thoughts and prayers with her as she is away from the squad today. One ball, one strike. Nobody out. Runner is second. Apaches and the Cardinals tied at 0. There's a bunt attempt that is missed by Heller. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, another fan. We're right in front of the bleachers here, so when folks come into that back row, they're kind of right on camera here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball off to the left. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Nobody out. Runner at second is Shelby Court. I've had a number of you check in on the live chat. We'll give those shout-outs here when we get a chance. Kim Abundis in the circle, the 1-2. Fastball's high, and it's 2-2. Well, Karina Sanchez, rooting for those Cardinals. Her sister is Christina. Awesome. Watching from San Antonio. Well, thanks for checking in, Karina. And Curtis is from Denver, watching from Colorado. Hope it's a little warmer up there. I know it's kind of nice here in Tyler, Texas, or we're actually in Bullard, Texas, just a few minutes down the road from Tyler, but be curious to know what the weather's like in Denver today. And then Tin Vaughn has checked in as well. So appreciate you folks checking in on that live chat. Would love to hear from as many of you that want to check in today. 3-2 count on Heller. Foul ball off to the left, and we'll do it again. 75 degrees at first pitch today. Northwest breeze at 10. 53% humidity, so getting a little stickier here as it's been dry the last couple of days. Boy, Monday was absolutely gorgeous. 70 degrees and very low humidity. 3-2 pitch coming up. There it is. Line drive, base hit left field. Shelby will stop at third. A base hit to left by Courtney Heller has the Apaches with runners on the corners. Nobody out here in the second. So nice piece of hitting by Courtney. Good at bat by Courtney Heller. And now we're going to get a pinch runner. And the pinch runner will be Lexi Hager. So we've seen this often. Lexi Hager, the pinch runner at first base for Courtney Heller. Here's Brittany Gaylor, the left fielder. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. So Kim Abundis having to work through a little bit of issues here in the second. Apaches with 2 runners on. There goes the runner to second. Throw is going to go high. And stealing second is Lexi Hager. So 2 stolen bases in the inning for the Apaches. And good job by the shortstop, Savannah Martinez, to keep that ball from going into the outfield. Otherwise, the Apaches would have scored a run there. So Martinez saves a run. And the pitch was swung at by Gaylor for strike 1. Next pitch is going to miss inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Lexi Hager, stolen base number 6 of the year. And now time's going to be called by Kathleen Rodriguez. She's going to go halfway to the circle. This is kind of a weird. Haven't seen this happen before. Normally the coach goes all the way out to the circle. And he got shortstop and third base meeting, first base, second base meeting, pitcher and catcher meeting, and the coach is out there about halfway between the mound and the foul line. So this is the routine, I guess, that the Trinity Valley Cardinals like to have when a pitcher or when the coach goes out to visit the pitcher. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's a unique way of doing it, and Mr. Umpire is going to go out and break up one of those parties. And Kathleen Rodriguez walks back to the dugout. Second and third with no outs. It's a 1-1 count on Brittany Gaylor. And Kim Abundis does have a base open, so a walk wouldn't hurt you here. Mackenzie Ryan waits on deck. The windup and the 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1. And Doc is here. Eddie McGuire makes an appearance, and he's greeting some of the Cardinal fans. 2 balls and a strike on Brittany Gaylor, the left fielder. Kim Abundis, the 2-1 pitch misses outside, 3-1. Well, Miss Abundis here takes her time, doesn't she? She is very deliberate in her approach to pitching.
The pitching coach over there is not getting pitches into her quick.
Well, and that's a possibility.
She's got a Bible now, 1,500 pages.
3-1 pitch. There's a chopper to short. Throw to the plate in time. And the ball gets away from the catcher. And so Christina Sanchez had that ball and was waiting on Shelby Court. She slid into the runner and she was called out? Well, the only way she's called out is if the tag was made and then the ball came out. And that's evidently what the home plate umpire is telling Maria down at third base. That's an odd call right there. You kind of have to let that play finish. And the only way he's going to call her out is if he's saying that ball, the tag was made, and then the ball came out. So that's the only way you can call that runner out at home plate. But he did, so she's going to be out. It's going to be a 6-2 put out at the plate. And Hager will go to third base. And I'm not sure. And Coach Maria is going to be. She's not going to be happy no matter how this turns out, because Mr. Umpire is not going to change his call. She's asking for an explanation, and I think sometimes the umpires, and I don't know, she may be arguing that Brittany Gaylor gets to second base there. I don't know if time was called or what, but there was contact at home plate as Shelby Court came home and slid. She slid into the plate. The ball got away from the catcher, Christina Sanchez, and normally that's a safe call because you got to hold on to the ball. But Sanchez appears to be perhaps injured on the play. And the coaching staff, Kathleen and James Rodriguez, out there to attend to her injury. Evidently she got maybe a scrape or a cut on her left wrist. They're going to go ahead and bandage it up. So that tells me she's probably going to stay in this game. And so a very strange turn of events here. I'm not sure what he's writing something down here. I don't know what. It may have been the visit with Maria. So now the Apaches with runner. That's going to be a fielder's choice for Gaylor.
Mackenzie Ryan.
And so she'll be at first base. Hager at third. And now you have one out in the inning for Mackenzie Ryan. Mr. Umpire writing something. He's documenting something. And the only thing I can think of is that perhaps is a visit with Coach Wynn after the play had occurred. And what's interesting is, I don't know how you call that a visit, because he's the one that went down to the third base coach's box. She didn't approach him. He was documenting something. I don't know what, but something was written on that scorecard for him. One out, runners on the corners. The pitch off the plate, ball one. Well, we've seen the Apaches steal second here a couple of times in this inning. And you got to wonder if Brittany Gaylor is going to be the next one to take off. 1 ball, no strikes on Mackenzie Ryan. We're still scoreless here in the bottom of the second. Little looping fly ball to right field, running over. Can't quite make the grab. Hannah Scullion, great effort out there in right field. Boy, she left her feet. That ball was probably 6 or 8 feet foul down the first base line. And Hannah Scullion, good effort there. Couldn't quite catch up to it.
If your foot hits the ball as you're coming sliding to home plate, are you out without a tag?
Well,
That's my question, because that's exactly what happened.
50 degrees and sunny in Denver. Okay, thank you, sir. And we've also heard from Alexandria Armendariz from El Paso, rooting for Trinity Valley. So appreciate the notes there. There's a bunt, and it's going to go foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Mackenzie Ryan. So appreciate all the shout-outs there, and if you haven't checked in, feel free to do so. It's all right. So it's actually quite warm in Denver today, at least by certain standards that the weather. I got an uncle that lives in Minnesota. He showed me a picture, sent me a picture 2 days ago. They got a foot of snow 2 days ago in Minnesota. So much of the country is still experiencing much of the winter. Throw to second, got her, as the Apaches try to steal a third base in the inning. Nice throw by Christina Sanchez, and there's now 2 outs in the inning. So Maria trying to stay aggressive on the bases, and Brittany Gaylor gunned out at second by the catcher Christina Sanchez. So 2 outs and a runner at third. 2-2 count. Just missed off the plate. It's a full count on Mackenzie Ryan. We're at the 7 spot in the Apache lineup. We're still scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. Number 4 ranked Apaches taking on Trinity Valley here at Schwab Field today. Beautiful day. And here comes the 3-2. Ground ball to short. This is Martinez. And boy, she did it all that inning. Threw out a runner at first, tagged a runner at second on a steal, threw out a runner at the plate. Good inning defensively for Savannah Martinez at short. And somehow the Cardinals dodge a bullet, and Kim Abundis hangs up another 0 on the scoreboard. We're still scoreless. We're heading to the third inning. Stay with us. Got a good one going here at Schwab Field. Back in a minute. All right, welcome back to Schwab Field. Top of the third inning, 7, 8, and 9 for the Lady Cardinals. Destiny Hernandez, Christina Sanchez, and then back to the top, Hannah Scullion. I'm sorry, 7, 8, and 9. This is Malay Pasacala. I got ahead of myself a bit there. Pasacala, the first baseman for the Cardinals. First pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. Well, we've heard from Linda Grauberger from Hugo, Colorado. It's Audrey Pickett's aunt, and so appreciate her checking in. And it's an 0-2 count on Mele Pasacala. Next pitch just missed off the plate. You know, I think if memory serves, we might have called the Trinity Valley game last year. Some of these players might to look at the roster. Let's speak out of turn here. I think that some of these players might be, yeah, they're from Hawaii. I knew that. I remember this from last year. So some of these, Mele Pasacala from, I don't know how to say that where she's from. It's a long name that begins with an L. Lahanaluna. And hit batter. Pasacala is going to reach first base on a hit by pitch. So the leadoff runner aboard for the second inning in a row for the Cardinals. Here's Destiny Hernandez, first time today. Third baseman for the Cardinals. Lahaina Luna, Hawaii. That's where Mele Pasacala is from. Swing and a miss, strike one. Breaking pitch, and Destiny Hernandez, is behind 0-1. So quite an international squad, the Cardinals. El Paso, Laredo, Dominican Republic. Many players from Texas. There's a pop-up left side, and calling everyone off is Brittany Gaylor for the first out. So an F7, and there's one out. Here's Christina Sanchez for the first time today. She's the 9-hitter in the Cardinal lineup. Lahaina Luna, Hawaii, couple players from there. And 2 or 3 players from the San Antonio area. So quite the eclectic roster for the Cardinals. Another off-speed pitch, nicely done there by Abby Dart. Strike one. 1 on and 1 out here in the third inning for the Cardinals. Appreciate the folks checking in on the live chat. Yeah, there's some discussion up in the press box about that call at home plate. Mr. Heller chimed in with his thoughts. Well, I was calling the play, and I thought for sure that there was going to be an out call, but then the ball got away, and I thought, well, that's going to be a safe call, and I was writing things down on my score sheet, and next thing I know, the umpire had walked all the way down to Coach Wynn, and he went down there. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know, I probably have, but don't remember. But most of the time, if that coach has a question about the call, the coach will come to the umpire. But in that instance, that umpire walked all the way down to Coach Wynn in the third base coach's box, and they had a lengthy discussion about how he made that call. And the only thing I can think of is that Mr. Umpire had called the runner out, and after the out was called, somehow the ball was knocked ajar. The 1-2 pitch. Pop up again. Good at bat right here from Christina Sanchez. Battling here on some tough pitches from Abby Dart. Abby Dart now with 35 pitches. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 4 for Abby Dart. And there's 2 away. Top of the lineup, Hannah Scullion struck out swinging her first time up. 0 for 1 on the day. Scullion has a .407 batting average. First pitch swung on and missed. 0-1 on Hannah Scullion. To go with that .407 average, she's got 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 10 RBI. Here's the 0-1. Looping fly ball left field, and Brittany Gaylor has her played perfectly, and that's the end of the inning. So a leadoff base runner is stranded. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are still scoreless. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Schwab Field. 8, 9, and 1 for the Apaches as we head to the bottom of the third. Mackenzie Pete will lead it off. First at bat of the day for Mackenzie. She's facing Kim Bundus in the circle for the Cardinals. 36 pitches for Kim Bundus. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Well, the Apaches with 1 hit, and Trinity Valley has not gotten a hit yet. Apaches had a golden opportunity last inning. Couldn't cash in. 2 runners aboard with no one out. And a good play by the shortstop throwing out Shelby Court at the plate was 1 out. And then you got another runner thrown out at second, stealing. 1-1 pitch. Pop up right center field. Plenty of room out there for Scullion, and she'll squeeze it for out number 1. F9 if you're scoring at the house. And here's Casey Moore for the first time today. We're at the 9 spot in the Apache lineup. Casey Moore steps in. Apache third baseman. Facing the sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, Kim Bundus in the circle. First pitch. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out. Nobody aboard. And that looked like a good pitch, but it's called a ball. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Casey Moore. Kim Bundus 2-0 with a 4.61 ERA. And that's a strike. Yes, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bundus has limited action this year. This is only her 7th appearance of the year on the mound. And according to this, it's her first start of the year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And it's in the dirt, and it's a full count on Casey Moore. Well, the Apaches had a chance in the second inning, could not cash in. And with 1 out, would love to get Casey Moore aboard here for the top of the lineup, ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk for Bundus. That's her 2nd walk of the game. And that will bring up the top of the lineup, Rebecca Snow, for the 2nd time. Rebecca walked her first time up.
Number 15, Rebecca Snow.
On the year, Rebecca with a .381 average, 13 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, 39 RBI. For the Apache right fielder. First pitch. Misses inside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Kim Bundus with the windup in the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Evens things up, 1-1. As we noted before, Bundus taking her time between pitches. That's in there on the outside corner, fastball. And it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's a fastball that misses high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, I see Miss Angie Clements out here today. Miss Denny Yarborough down there watching the ball game. Got a nice turnout of Apache faithful, and certainly a good turnout for the Trinity Valley squad. for a 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. We've got a nice little gathering of softball fans here at Schwab Field. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rebecca Snow trying to get something going for the Apaches here in the third. Fly ball left field, and that's going to drift foul. And just does take a couple of hops to the fence in foul territory. And we'll do it again. Still scoreless in the bottom of inning number 3. Jaden Lance waits on deck for the Apaches. Here's the 3-2. Tapper to short. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first, not in time. So it's a fielder's choice ground out for Rebecca Snow. And Moore will be out at second base. And there's 2 outs. That's going to bring up Jaden Lance. Jaden Lance grounded into a double player last time up. She hit an absolute bullet right between the legs of Kim Bundes, the pitcher, and Savannah Martinez went way to her left, stepped on second, threw to first for a double play. So Lance 0 for 1, looking for her first hit of the day. She's a .407 hitter on the year. First pitch in there, strike 1. Jaden's got 8 doubles, 5 homers, 44 RBI. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1-1. Apaches ranked number 4 in the country in the latest NJCA poll. Chipola is ranked number 1, Florida Southwestern State 2, Temple out of Texas 3, and then Tyler at 4. Here's the 1-1. Well off the plate, 2-1. I'm trying to see, you got one other Texas team in the top 20, and that would be Howard. They're out in West Texas at number 13. Now time is called by the catcher as Sanchez goes out and visits with Abundis. So it's 2-1 with 2 outs. And you got Rebecca Snow at first base in a scoreless tie. The pitch. Pop up right side is going to drift foul and just get out of here, just beyond the bullpen area. Both bullpens are just beyond the dugouts on either side of this ballpark. Beautiful facility here at Schwab Field. Got really nice bricked over dugouts. And just beyond the dugouts are the bullpen areas for both teams on the first and third base sides. Got an absolutely amazing covered hitting area with a concession area, restrooms, and some office space, and right here on site. Baseball field right behind us. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball, third base. Nicely done by Hernandez. Throws to first, and that's the inning. So ball was well hit by Lance, but it was right at Destiny Hernandez. She made the play. And we'll head to the 4th inning. We're still scoreless. Back in just a minute. And welcome back to Schwab Field. on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play.
Up to bat number 6, Claudia Santana.
Here's Claudia Santana, the center fielder. Struck out swinging her first time up. She's 0 for 1 today. Trinity Valley has had 2 base runners. Roxanne Segura walked in the second inning, and Mele Pasacala got hit by a pitch. That's it. Abby Dart has not given up a hit yet. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Little chop pop-up. Tough play. Running catch at short by Jaden Lance. Nicely done by the Apache shortstop for the first out.
Number 23, Savannah Martinez.
And here's the shortstop, Savannah Martinez, for the second time today. Martinez struck out swinging in the first inning. Martinez with a .464 average. Oh, she's got 14 doubles, a triple, 18 home runs. Wow. 60 RBI for Martinez, the shortstop. Having quite a year. Next pitch misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. So dangerous hitter right here, Savannah Martinez. 33 extra base hits in this season alone. Fouled it straight back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Boy, 18 homers. Pretty impressive. It's almost won every other game. This is game number 44 for the Cardinals. The pitch. Strike. Oh, I thought that was strike 3. Strike 2. Martinez actually squared around as if she was going to bunt and then took the pitch. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody aboard. The pitch. High fly ball, but foul. She's way out in front of that. We've seen her hit some home run type foul balls so far, but nothing fair yet. And you might see that off-speed pitch right here. Seen it a couple of times. Line shot, foul. Was extra bases all over it if it stays fair, but Kurt fouls here. The pitching coach, Pete Mendolia, to my right, has suggested we may throw something different to this hitter. Well, that was another fastball, and we'll see if she goes to the off-speed here. And there it is, and just fouling it off. Staying alive is Savannah Martinez. So, Pete, you need to be down that dugout, calling pitches. Let's go.
Too old. That reached my level of incompetence.
Here's the next 2-2 pitch. Pop up off to the right side. We'll do it again. Good at bat right here by Savannah Martinez. Handling the bat well. You can tell why she's a .464 average. 14 doubles and a triple and 18 homers. And tried to get her to chase one in the dirt. She doesn't, and it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch from Abby. Line shot. One's in the line, double. And Martinez chugs into second, and she'll stay there. She takes a turn at second, but thinks better of it. And she'll stay at second base. What a great at-bat by Savannah Martinez. Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball, and finally is able to keep a ball inside the line for a double. So nice job there with 1 out. Here's Roxanne Segura. Roxanne Segura walked her first time up, and that's the first hit of the game for the Cardinals. There goes the no-hitter. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Segura on the year, .328 average. 4 doubles, 4 triples, 13 RBI for the Cardinals second baseman. Swing and a miss. The Cardinals are batting .371 as a team. That's quite an impressive average for a whole team to be batting .371. Foul tip, and the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes on Roxanne Segura. So you have runner at second base, one out for the Cardinals. First runner that has reached second base so far in the game. Abby with the windup. The 0-2 and got her to chase that one. And that's strikeout number 5 for Abby Dart. 2 outs. Here's Rhea Canajillo.
Number 29, Raya Canijo.
Canijo. First pitch, and she does not chase that one. It's 1-0. Canijo, one of 2 players from Hawaii on this roster. And you know what? Last year, Mr. Pedro, we got some of those Hawaiian people to check in. Ground ball to third on the ground and to her feet. Nice play by Casey Moore to end the inning. 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. And despite the 1-out double, the Apaches put another 0 on the board. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. We're still scoreless. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. There you go. Well, I was just saying that, and sure enough, we got a check-in from Hawaii. This is Rhea Kanaho's dad. So I'd be curious to know what time it is in Hawaii and what the temperature, what the weather's like. I'm trying to think how many hours behind us. It might be like 10 in the morning. I'm going to guess 9 in the morning. I know in Alaska, when I'm in Alaska in the summers, I coach a mission team up there, and we're 3 hours behind Tyler, and I'm guessing in Hawaii maybe 4, maybe 5. So I'm betting it's maybe like 9 in the morning in Hawaii. But thanks for checking in, Mr. Canijo. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. And sure are excited to see some of those Hawaiian girls here in East Texas enjoying some college softball. Well, here we go. The Apaches go to the 4th inning. It's Mackenzie Goswick to lead it off. She flew out to center field her first time up. It's 9. Okay, that's what I thought. So thanks for clarifying that. First pitch is outside and low. Ball 1 to Mackenzie Goswick. She flew out to center. Mackenzie, 450 average on the year. That's fouled off the net. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Goswick with that 450 average has 23 doubles, 7 homers, 45 RBI. The Apaches are hitting .383 as a team. So both these squads really swing the bat well. Close to 400 as a team. Both of them are. 1-1 pitch. Another foul ball off to the left. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 80 degrees. Well, we're not at 80 today, so appreciate you giving us the time and temperature in Hawaii. One and 2 is the count. Appreciate the remarks from Hawaii. And that pitch just misses off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mackenzie Goswick. The Apaches and Cardinals doing battle here at Schwab Field. We're in Bullard on the campus of the Brook Hill School. Local high school here, private high school. Beautiful facilities that the Apaches are able to utilize during the year. Fly ball, center field, and going back to make the grab is Claudia Santana for out number 1. Actually, that was more of a line drive. I'm going to write L8 in my score sheet. As well hit ball off the bat of Mackenzie Goswick is an out. Here's Shelby Court for the second time today. Shelby walked her first time up. Shelby leads the Apaches with a .462 average. 16 doubles, 1 triple, 9 homers, 60 RBI. Shelby having quite a year for herself. Batting in the cleanup spot. First pitch to Shelby, misses inside, ball 1. Still tied at 0 in the bottom of the 4th. Pitching and defense so far in this one. Seen both teams with really good defensive play. Off the plate, 2-0. All right, we've heard from Moses Sanchez, Christina Sanchez's brother, checking in at Hudson High. So Christina Sanchez is the catcher for the Cardinals. So appreciate Moses checking in. Oh, Judson High, okay. Mistyped that first thing. So he's at Judson High checking in. Appreciate the shout out. Hope you enjoy the ball game. Nice to hear from some of those Cardinal fans. Of course, we always love to hear from the Apache fans that are watching our broadcast online.
Wherever in the world they may be.
Yeah, wherever in the planet they may. We've heard from China before. We've heard from some European countries when we got family members or friends that might be watching some ball games. So it's kind of fun. The internet's a cool thing. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike, 2-1. Shelby Court was thrown out at the plate on what at the time was a bit of a controversial call. Ground ball to the shortstop, Savannah Martinez. She fired it home, and Christina Sanchez, there was contact at the plate. There's a long fly ball to center field, going back and right in front of the wall. That wind knocked that one down. That's going to be an F8 there. But, boy, if that wind's not blowing in, that ball might have had a chance. But as is, it's the second out of the inning. And there's 2 outs. Here is Lexi Hager going to stay in the lineup. She pinch ran for Courtney Heller. So Hager will get her first at bat of the day. 286 average on the year for Hager. Here's the first pitch. Misses high and away, ball 1. Well, in a 0-0 game, you're trying to get a little speed on the bases here, so you stay with Hager. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And the wind is blowing in, so certainly Courtney Heller with some good power. But that power is sometimes negated when you got the wind blowing in. We just saw that when Shelby Court crushed a ball that center fielder Claudia Santana just drifted back and in right in front of the fence, made the catch. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. 2-1.
Is she throwing anything but fastball?
Courtney Heller with 9 homers, but again, that wind blowing in. Probably a day where you look for a little more singles and doubles and get some base runners on. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High, 3-1. And time is called by Kathleen Rodriguez. We'll have a visit as we've got this unique situation where the coach comes halfway out and you got 3 little parties going on the infield. And this is evidently how the Cardinals like to have their mound visits or their circle visits. Coach Rodriguez and the pitcher and catcher meet halfway to the circle. This is, I think this visit, what's going on here is Coach Rodriguez is going to go out and say, let's go right at Lexi Hager. Do not walk this girl. If she gets on, she's going to have a chance to steal a bag and get to second base in a heartbeat. So make her swing the bat. We'll see how effective that visit was here in a moment. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fly ball, shallow left field. Coming in is Kennard, and she makes the catch for the final out of the inning. F7 if you're scoring at the house. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across in the Apache 4th. We'll head to the 5th. We're still scoreless. Stay with us. We got a good one going here at Schwab Field. Welcome back to Bullard, Texas, in a scoreless tie. First pitch was drilled down the third base line for a foul ball. And this is Kimberly Abundis, the pitcher. Abby Dart still in the circle. There's another little looping fly ball or liner that just drifts foul. 2 strikes on Abundis. So we've heard from Joplin, Missouri, Mackenzie Goswick's grandma. Jan Goswick checking in. Great to hear from her. Heard from a lot of people, so appreciate all the shout-outs. Continue to get those coming. I want to give you a shout-out on the air. The 0-2 pitch is off the plate, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kim Abundis, the pitcher. She popped up to the catcher on a great play by Shelby Court in her first at-bat. Next pitch popped up. This should stay in play, drifting over, and nope, the wind's going to blow it on top of the Apache dugout for another foul ball. Abundis, a .415 average on the year, the 1-2 pitch. And, boy, that was an odd, I guess she swung and missed and the ball was dropped. I thought it might have been a foul ball, but it was not. So, strikeout number 6 of the day for Abby Dart, and that will bring up Mele Pasacala. And she got hit by a pitch her first time up. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Pasacala with a .386 average on the year. 6 doubles, a homer, 23 RBI. For the first baseman. That's in there for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody aboard. Top of the 5th. And we're still scoreless. Have not had any games like this yet out here at Schwab Field that I've seen. No teams scoring through the first 4. Deep fly ball left field and off the fence. And that'll be a double, a 1-out double for Pasacala. She put a good swing on that one, and that's the second double in as many innings for the Cardinals. Time is called as stepping to the plate is the third baseman, Destiny Hernandez. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for, well, are we? Yeah, the umpire never granted time. Finally does. It's interesting because everyone was way out of position there. And so we are going to have a pinch runner, number 30. And that is Emily Rader. So Emily Rader will be the pinch runner at second base. So Trinity Valley trying to strike first here. Neither team has scored. We're in the top of the 5th. Scheduled 7-inning game. And we're at the 8th spot in the Trinity Valley lineup. This is the second time in the ball game that the Cardinals have had a runner in scoring position. First pitch, misses low, ball 1. Abby Dart only giving up 2 hits. Both of them have been extra bases, doubles. The 1-0. Pop up left side, and tough play, but going back and making the play is Jaden Lance for out number 2. So with the runner at second and 2 outs, it's Christina Sanchez, the catcher, for the second time. She struck out swinging her first time up.
Didn't you tell me you were going to Green Acres? Yes. That's where he goes.
And Sanchez on the year, .333 average. First pitch misses, ball 1. 4 doubles and 7 RBI for Christina Sanchez. Second time today. Runner at second with 2 outs. The pitch. Pop up. This could stay in play. And making the catch at third base in foul territory is Casey Moore for the final out of the top of the 5th. So a 1-out double is stranded. And we'll head to the bottom half of inning number 5. Both teams still looking for that first run. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. And welcome back to Schwab Field. We're tied at 0 here. This is a rare occurrence. We've called a number of these games this year. And, boy, Pedro, I don't remember ever having a 0-0 score going to the 5th inning. That's where we find ourselves. The Apaches, 6, 7, and 8. Gaylor, Ryan, and Pete. See if they can generate some offense. As Kim Abundis has done a nice job in the circle for Trinity Valley. She has scattered just 2 hits. The Apaches, Courtney Heller with a hit, and actually just 1 hit. So, yeah, the Cardinals are out hitting the Apaches 2-1. This is a pitching duel here today. Bottom of the 5th. Here's Brittany Gaylor. Brittany Gaylor's the one that hit that ground ball to short that was thrown to home plate. So she's 0 for 1 as she grounded into a fielder's choice. First pitch is in there, and it's 0-1. Pop up right side. Drifting over is Pasacala. She makes the grab, 1 out. Well, both these pitchers continue to impress here, as no one's been able to mount any kind of offensive rally. Here's Mackenzie Ryan, grounded out to short her first time up, so she's 0 for 1. Mackenzie Ryan, 364 average on the year. A couple of doubles, 9 RBI. First pitch. And this is high and away, ball 1. Well, one of the things that the low score does sort of keeps the game moving along, you know what I'm saying? Just an hour and 15 minutes into this one. The 1-0 pitch. That's a base hit to right field, and that's going to go all the way to the fence. And hustling into second with a 1-out double is Mackenzie Ryan. Well hit ball. She took that one the other way. And the Apaches looking to score at least a run here. Well, one of the things that happens here in this situation is if you score a run here, now you're just a couple of 6 outs from winning a ball game. Here's Mackenzie Pete for the second time. She flew out to right field 0 for 1 on the day. Mackenzie Pete, a .321 average on the season. Time is called as I think there has been at times a little bit of a delay getting the pitch into that catcher.
Put an H by her name. Hero. Here comes an RBI.
First pitch to Pete in there, strike 1.
Still thin.
So Mackenzie Pete to go with that .321 average, 5 doubles, 1 triple, 21 RBI. Kim Abundis getting her sign. She's been deliberate all day between pitches. And that's off the, no, it isn't off the plate. It's a strike. 0-2.
River strike. Well, I think it missed the river. It's up on the bank. Going down the hill. It's no river strike.
So it's an 0-2 count on Mackenzie Pete. This is the big part in the ball game here. You got a runner at second. Way off the plate there. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Casey Moore waits on deck for the Apaches. We really do for a midweek game. We've got a lot of people here. Got photographers all over the place. We've had 2 TV stations out. That ball's in the dirt, and it's a full count. You do have a base open, actually a couple of them, so a walk isn't going to kill you here.
It's 2-2.
And I believe it's 3-2. One out and one aboard. Abundus with the pitch. Fly ball and caught in center field by Claudia Santana. I don't know if she thought it was third out or what, but she came running all the way in and flipped it over to Martinez. 2 outs now after the fly ball off the bat of Mackenzie Pete. Here's Casey Moore.
Number 17, Casey Moore.
Yeah, 40 warming up in the car.
We do have a person warming up in that bullpen.
40.
Ground ball, second base. Flip it to first, and that's the inning. So nicely done by Segura. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house, and the Apaches can't do anything with the 1-out double from Mackenzie Ryan. And we will head to inning number 6, and we are still scoreless. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. All right, back to the top of the Trinity Valley lineup. It's Hannah Scullion, the right fielder. First pitch, a little looper to left, but perfectly placed is Brittany Gaylor on the defensive alignment there, and it's an F7. So Scullion out for the 3rd time today, and here's Claudia Santana. Santana 0 for 2, struck out in the first, popped up to short in the 4th. Only 3 hits in this game. And so very much, actually 4, excuse me. Apaches have 2. They have identical 0, 2, and 0 on the line score. And zeros all the way across. So, boy, it's going to come down to somebody possibly making a mistake or making a big play. Pop up right side or left side just out of the reach of Casey Moore. And there's 2 strikes after the foul ball. Well, somebody's going to make a big play or somebody's going to make a mistake, and that's going to be the deciding factor here as we come down to the last few innings of play. Good ball game between these two. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that's going to be strikeout number 7 for Abby Dart. And there's 2 away in the Trinity Valley 6th inning. Here's Savannah Martinez, the shortstop, and she is lethal. As we looked at her numbers, 18 home runs on the year. So she can leave the yard at any moment. In a 0-0 tie, she pops it up, and this is going to stay in play, and Shelby Court catches it, and that's a big out right there. You pop her out, and now you face 4, 5, and 6 in the 7th. If you're an Apache fan, you need to put on your rally cap here. They're meeting outside the dugout, trying to get them going. 0-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Well, the Cardinals led their half of the 6th off with their leadoff hitter, and the Apaches are back to the top of their lineup. Rebecca Snow leads it off. 3rd time today, 0 for 1. She walked back in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 3rd. And those Apaches making some noise out of their dugout. Trying to win their 6th straight game are the Apaches. 42-5 on the year, ranked number 4 in the country. But they got a battle on their hands today as we are tied at 0, bottom of the 6th. You score a run here, and all you got to do is get 3 outs. Here's the 1-0. Just missed off the plate, not by much. It's 2-0. Rebecca Snow, Jaden Lance, and Mackenzie Goswick scheduled to hit for the Apaches. And it's Kim Abundis still in the circle for Trinity Valley. 2-0 pitch. Check swing, and it's called a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. We have seen Kimberly Hughes in the bullpen for the Cardinals, but not throwing at the moment. 2-1's the count. The pitch. Pop up left field. Kennard going back, misplays it, and it goes to the fence. She got her feet tangled up and almost overrunning second, and that almost was a lethal mistake there. Rebecca Snow thought about going to 3rd and then put the brakes on. So she's aboard with a leadoff double. The ball was well hit, and the left fielder, Brianna Kennard, kind of might have turned the wrong way. And by the time she got her feet set, the ball went over her head for a double. And here's Jaden Lance now. Now you think about bunting here, don't you? Runner at 2nd, no one out. Abundis gets her sign, the pitch. And there it is, the bunt. And it's missed for strike 1. Well, if you're going to bunt, you got to make sure you get the ball on the ground here. And Coach Wynn is frustrated at the fact that Jaden Lance may have tried to bunt for a hit there instead of sacrificing. Looked like she was coming out of the box. And she'll have another chance to see how Coach Wynn plays it here. With an 0-1 count, go ahead and run at 2nd. And outside corner, called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch right here. Jaden Lance going to have to compete. Trying to put this ball on the ground and move that runner to 3rd. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball, there you go. Perfect. Nicely done at 2nd by, saved a run there, and boy, ball's going all over the place. Segura dives and throw to 2nd. And, boy, all kinds of action on that play. Jaden Lance with an infield single. So she reaches first, but then after the throw went from second to third, Lance tried to get to second, and she is thrown out 5-4. So now you got a runner at third with one out. And now it's going to be up to Mackenzie Goswick to try to give the Apaches the lead. Nope. Maybe a little over-aggressive on the bases there. It cost you an out. And in a 0-0 game, that could be an important base runner right there. More importantly, it's an important out. As you're doing all you can here to just scratch a run across. And can't say exactly what happened. That ball, I tell you what, Trinity Valley caught a break because the throw from Segura to Hernandez at third actually hit Rebecca Snow in the leg. If that goes to the dugout, it's going to be a run, and the runner will go to third. And as it was, it went off Rebecca Snow's leg, and Jaden Lance tried to advance to second base, and nice job by Hernandez to fire it over to Segura, or actually, I don't know if it might have been Martinez covering second, and they got the out. So a big out, and now your infield's playing in. 1-0 pitch. Called a strike. It's 1-1. Well, what a really closely contested ball game here. 0-0. The go-ahead run at third with one out in the sixth. Kim Abundis has thrown a shutout at the Apaches. The 1-1. And you foul that one off the net, and it's 1-2. Mackenzie Goswick trying to get this ball through the infield or deep enough in the outfield to score the run. One ball, two strikes, one out. The go-ahead run at third base. The pitch, way outside, 2-2. Rebecca Snow led the inning off with a double. She advanced to third on the infield single by Jaden Lance. 2 balls and 2 strikes, one out. And the pitch. Boy, and just staying alive there. Mackenzie Goswick might have swung at ball 3. Kind of a low pitch. But she's battling up there for sure. Didn't want to take a chance on taking strike 3. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Abundis with the pitch. Line drive. The first run of the ball game. A clutch hit off the bat of Mackenzie Goswick, and the Apaches take a 1-0 lead here in the 6th. RBI single breaks the scoreless tie here in the bottom of the 6th. So now the Apaches, all they need is 3 outs for the victory. And we'll see. Boy, we've seen some stolen bases, but we've also seen some runners thrown out. So we'll see if Goswick is allowed to steal. First pitch swung on, fouled back, strike 1. Goswick with just 2 stolen bases on the year, so probably not a candidate to steal second here. With 1 out and a 1-0 score now here at Schwab Field. Shelby Court 0 for 1 with a walk today. The pitch outside. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
You got 1 out.
Yes, 1 out. Leadoff double by Snow. An infield single by Lance. And a ground ball, or a base hit, by Goswick. That pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. It sounds like we have an unhappy fan somewhere. All right, well, somebody thought that might have been cheers from the dugout, but that's not what it is. And another visit from Kathleen Rodriguez out to her pitcher, sophomore from San Antonio, Kim Abundis, having a chat with her and Christina Sanchez. And so it's 1-0 A big clutch hit here in the bottom of the 6th by Mackenzie Goswick has given the Apaches a 1-0 lead. And at the plate with a 2-1 count is Shelby Court. And that was a visit to probably talk about how to work Shelby Court here. Shelby Court with 9 homers, 60 RBI. 2-1 pitch. Off the plate, 3-1. So you might pitch around Shelby Court. And Courtney Heller is back into the on-deck circle for the Apaches. So it appears as though she's going to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. And if Court should reach, she'll have 2 base runners ahead of her. The 3-1. Well, boy, the same pitch is back at the back, and one's called a ball and one's called a strike. So it's 3-2. 3-2 is the count on Shelby Court. And, well, you might think about starting Goswick here. We'll see if she goes with the pitch. Here's the pitch, fouled off. She was not running. And we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, Kim Abundis has gone the distance. Masterful job in the circle. Has just given up her first run. 98 pitches. There's 99 now. And for 6 innings of work, this inning she's got almost 20 pitches this inning. Right now in the inning she's got 17 pitches in this inning alone. She had 26 back in the 2nd inning. That was the inning the Apaches had some opportunities but couldn't get a run across. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a base runner at first base, Mackenzie Goswick, who just drove in the first run of this game. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The next 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. And there's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of an Apache all day. Here's Courtney Heller now. And Courtney Heller got a base hit in her only at bat. This is her 2nd at bat of the day. And are you going to pinch run here? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to have a runner at first. Not sure who it is. Which win? Well, Mr. Umpire acted like we were going to. Well, I guess the change here is that Heller is now reinserted into the lineup. So they're not going to use a pinch runner. But Courtney Heller had been pinch ran for, and then Hager stayed in to bat, and now it's Heller re-entering the game. So that's the change that the umpire just notified the Trinity Valley dugout about. First pitch to Heller, in there, strike 1. Thought you might run for Goswick at first and then reinsert her, but that's not the call at this point. With an 0-1 count, the pitch. Way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Dr. Drain now at the field. So they got a quorum down there. Got Chuck Smith and Kelsey Weeks and Dr. Drain. So it sounds probably Sherry is holding down the fort down at Wagstaff Gym. Hope she's watching. Pop up left side. This should end the inning, but it's going to drift foul and out of everybody's reach. So that wind continues to blow in our faces here. And seen a number of foul balls on the third base side get blown out of the reach of the players. So Heller will get another chance. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Courtney Heller at the plate. Bats from that left side. Here's the 1-2. That's way off the plate. Well, you can be quite careful with Heller here with 2 outs. Brittany Gaylor on deck. Heller tied for the team lead with 9 homers. 2-2 pitch. High fly ball right field, and it just got under this enough that it's going to stay in the park, and it does. Caught in right field by Hannah Scullion for the final out of the 6th inning. But the Apaches do get 1 run on 3 hits. They leave a runner on. And here we go. You head to the 7th. You need 3 outs for the Apaches' 6th win in a row. Their 43rd of the year. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. And welcome back to Schwab Field, top of the 7th. Trinity Valley, they need a run to tie and keep this game alive. It's 4, 5, and 6. Roxanne Segura to lead it off. First pitch, going to miss inside, ball 1. Segura walked her first time up and struck out in the 4th. She's 0 for 1. Abby Dart, 73rd pitch of the game, in there for a strike. Abby has scattered just 2 Cardinal hits in this ball game. A couple of doubles. The Apaches have 5 hits in the game and just scored their first run in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike to second baseman Roxanne Segura. The pitch. Lays a bunt down. Tough play. Who's going to cover? Ball gets away. Runner's going to go to second. It's going to be an error on the first baseman, Mackenzie Goswick. I'm not sure. I'm going to give it a hit and an error. That's what I'm going to score it because I think she would have got there anyway, so it's going to be a 1B3, and she'll go to second on the E3. That's how I'm going to score it. I don't know how they're going to score it down that Apache dugout, but boy, the leadoff batter is aboard here for the Cardinals, and she gets to second base with no one out. Here's Rhea Canejo. Let's see if one of those 3's got to be right, doesn't it? All right, so Miss Goswick put the rally hat on, and sure enough, the Apache's got to run, so thanks for doing that. Well, now they got to prevent the rally if you're an Apache fan. If you're a Trinity Valley Cardinal fan, you're hoping they can rally here. Canejo has grounded into a double play, actually lined into a double play, and grounded out to third, so she's 0 for 2, still looking for her first hit of the day. First pitch was in there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Fouled off, and it's 0-2. Well, Abby Dart has struck out 7 Cardinals today. And, boy, she could use a couple of them right here. No balls, 2 strikes. You need a pop-up in the infield or a strikeout. And there's a pop-up to the right, out of play. We'll do it again. Rhea Canejo she gets a base hit here, might tie the game. Line drive left field and over the head of Gaylor. It's going to the fence and we're tied at 1. A clutch hit off the bat of Rhea Canejo. And right back come the Cardinals. RBI double ties this game. That ball was well hit, probably one of the better hit balls that stayed fair today, other than that double by Martinez back in the 4th. And back-to-back hits from the Cardinals. And here's Kim Abundis, the pitcher. Not only do you tie the game, but you got the winning run, the go-ahead run at second. There's the bunt, back to the pitcher, bobbles it, throws to first. Boy, that's close. very close at first, but called out. Abundus moves the runner to third base with 1 out. So the sacrifice moves Kanaiho to third base. Now you got the go-ahead run at third, 1 out for Mele Pasacala. And she got hit by a pitch, and she doubled her last time up. Now you're bringing the infield in, trying to keep this game tied. First pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Well, now we got a couple of dogs down there. 0-1 pitch. Just off the plate, not by much. We've seen that pitch called a strike earlier, but not that time. Big point in the ball game right here. We're tied at 1, top of the 7th. Trinity Valley has just rallied, just tied up. There's the bunt on the squeeze play, and it goes foul. Little safety squeeze. The runner was not moving. And it's now a 1-2 count on Mele Pasacala, the first baseman. She already has a double. We're tied at 1 in the top of the 7th. Abby Dart, the 1-2 pitch, fouled off. We'll do it again. I think that noise coming out of that Cardinal dugout now. 1-1. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball foul. The Apaches scored their run in the bottom of the 6th, and you thought maybe they just needed 3 quick outs to end this ball game, but Trinity Valley was having none of that. A leadoff single by Segura, a double by Kanaiho, and a sacrifice bunt, and that's where we stand right now. 1 out, runner at third base in a 1-1 tie. Top of the 7th. A 1-2 count with 1 out. The pitch. Boy, check swing, and I guess that ball just tipped off her bat. And the count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. The go-ahead run at third. Here's the next 1-2 pitch. A bunt shown and ball to dirt. Throw to third. Oh, if she holds on, she's out. Jaden Lance couldn't hold on to the pickoff as Shelby Court rifled the ball behind the runner at third base, and Jaden couldn't hold on. Here's the next 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got her. That's a big strikeout for Abby Dart, her 8th of the day, and there's 2 outs. Huge strikeout right there. Got her to chase a ball maybe off the plate for the second out of the inning. And looks like you might have a pinch hitter here. Destiny Hernandez was scheduled to hit. She has just run back into the dugout. And we'll try to let you know who this pinch hitter is as soon as she emerges. Number 44. And that is Caitlin Mora. Caitlin Mora is the pinch hitter.
Up to bat, number 44, Caitlin Mora.
So Mora is going to get the pinch hit here. Hernandez, the third baseman, has gone 0 for 2. She flew out to left and popped up to short. So it's going to be Caitlin Mora, the pinch hitter. 304 average on the year for Mora. She's got 1 double, 1 home run, and 8 RBI. So a big time in the game to sit on that bench, and boy, she's a pressure at bat with the go-ahead run at third base and 2 outs. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Abby Dart has been in the circle from the start, the 0-1.
Oh, good.
Boy, just missed off the plate. And boy, that outside corner is kind of a flip of the coin today. It's been called a strike half the time and the other half not. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Boy, just missed low. Not by much. And it's 2-1. Pinch hitter Caitlin Mora trying to give the Cardinals the lead. The 2-1 pitch. Pop-up, left side. This should end the inning. Jaden Lance drifts back and makes the catch in foul territory for the final out here in the 7th. But the Cardinals do rally. 2 hits, 1 run, 1 runner left at third. And you go to the bottom of the 7th. You need 1 to walk them off here. It's time for the rally caps, Apache fans. We're tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Welcome back to Schwab Field, bottom of 7. You try to keep your 6-game or your 5-game winning streak alive here. The Apaches need a run in the bottom of the 7th to win this one. The Cardinals rally for a single run, and they had the game winner or the go-ahead run at third base, could not get her in. Good job by Abby Dart to get a strikeout and a pop-up. So Kim Abundis now, 105 pitches in the circle. And she'll try to finish this thing off. And she'll try to get the Cardinals back in the dugout for extra innings. It's going to be 6, 7, and 8 for the Apaches. Brittany Gaylor leading it off. Gaylor 0 for 2 so far in this one. A ground ball to short and a pop-up to first base. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Gaylor, Ryan, and Pete scheduled a hit for the Apaches here in the bottom of the 7th. Well, you got to get someone on to score them unless you have someone hit a homer, and that wind's blowing in pretty good today, so probably going to have to string some hits together. There's a base hit to center to lead off the 7th inning. Brittany Gaylor with her first hit of the game. And there you go, Apache fans. Keep those rally hats on. And here's Mackenzie Ryan. Mackenzie Ryan doubled to right field her last time up. She's 1 for 2. Well, now you think about maybe bunting here.
I didn't think she'd get in front of it. No.
Brittany Gaylor, just 1 stolen base on the year. First pitch. There's the bunt, and now throw back behind Gaylor at first. And she's safe. Good hustle. Actually, Brittany Gaylor does not have a stolen base all year. She's been caught once, so she's 0 for 1. 1-0 count on Mackenzie Ryan. Here's the bunt. There it is, out in front of the plate. Tough play for the catcher, and boy, I thought she came off. Oh, now you got a run down. A base running mistake by the Apaches. The throw to third, and she's out. Oh, she dropped the ball. Well, tough running situation there. Brittany Gaylor overran second base. And so Mackenzie Ryan laid down the sacrifice bunt, and she is out at first base. But Brittany Gaylor came around second too far and got caught in a rundown and was called out. So a couple of base running miscues here today have cost the Apaches. And here's Mackenzie Pete now, 2 outs and nobody aboard. First pitch, called a strike, and it's 0-1. Mackenzie Pete 0 for 2, flown out to right and flown out to center. Here's the 0-1 pitch, off the plate, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 7th of a 1-1 tie. That pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trinity Valley, 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Tyler, 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. I don't know about the error part. I think we've got some errors. Trinity Valley we had an error on our first baseman last inning, so we have at least 1 error. And I'm looking back on my score sheet. I don't think Trinity Valley has any errors. But really, pitching and defense has been the order of the day for sure. 1-1 tie. The Apaches are 1 out away from going to extra innings here. It's a 2-1 count on Mackenzie Pete. Kim Abundis. Pitch misses inside, and it's 3-1. So now you're 1 pitch away from putting your winning run aboard. He had the winning run at second, but unfortunately, Trinity Valley plays a good defense, and they got her off of second base. The 3-1 pitch, grounded to short, and you gobble that, you throw it over, and you go extra innings. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. It's a 0 on the board in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. It's still tied 1-1. Welcome back to Schwab Field. 9-1-2 for the Cardinals. Abby Dart still in the circle. Line shot foul off the bat of, well, actually we got a pinch hitter here.
22.
Well, we'll let you know who that is momentarily. 22. Alexandra Holm. Alexandra Holm, the pinch hitter. Swing and a miss. And it's quickly 0-2 on Alex Holm. On the year, Holm a .316 average, 4 doubles, 6 RBI. She's pinch hitting to lead off the 8th. The pitch. Strike 3 called. And there's your first out of the 8 innings. Strikeout number 9 for Abby Dart.
Up to bat number 4, Hannah Scullen.
Abby Dart came in with 138 strikeouts in 129 and 3rd innings. And there's 1 out here in the 8th. There's a little looper into left field, and that'll fall in, and it's going to get by Brittany Gaylor. And it's a double for leadoff hitter Hannah Scullion. Good bat control right there. And now runner at second, 1 out. And Shelby Court going to go out and try to settle Abby Dart down a bit. The Apaches have had some opportunities here, and a couple of base running situations have, and you got to tip your cap to the Cardinal defense. They have made all the plays today. And the Apaches have not been able to put any kind of offense together in 1 inning. And so we're tied at 1 in extras. And the Cardinals now with the go-ahead run at second, 1 out. Claudia Santana, the center fielder, she's 0 for 3. There's the bunt. Right back to the mound. You flip it to first, and here's your second out. So a sacrifice moves the runner to third. And there's 2 outs. And That's going to bring up Savannah Martinez. Boy, you sure are tempted to walk Martinez here. What I've seen today, she's their best hitter. First pitch is in there. She's got a .464 average. She's got 18 homers. And Segura is on deck. Segura batting .328. I don't think I'd throw a pitch even close to the plate here. Dangerous situation here for the Apaches with Savannah Martinez at the plate. Runner at third with 2 outs. Ground ball, third base, knocked down. Casey Moore throws to third, or throws across, and got her. Nice play. That was a well-hit ball, and Casey Moore knocked it down, picked it up, and threw it across for the final out of the inning. So the Cardinals strand a runner at third for the second inning in a row. And the Apaches now with a chance to win this in the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 1. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. And welcome back to Schwab Field. Great ball game in game 1 here. It's 1-1 as we go to extras. And we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Apaches have just held serve. A 1-out double by Hannah Scullion was stranded at third base on the bunt, and then a nice play at third by Casey Moore to end the inning. Leading off for the Apaches is Casey Moore. I appreciate all the check-ins on the live chat. Heard from Danny a few seconds ago. And feel free to check in. That first pitch is called a strike. We've seen that outside pitch back and forth. That one, it was a strike. So we've seen it called both ways, and the umpire's catching some flack from some of these fans. Here's the 0-1. Just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, about the same spot. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, bottom of 8. Apaches trying to scratch for a run here and get a win. They're 6th in a row, and they're 43rd of the year. Breaking pitch just missed low. And it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody on and nobody out, bottom of 8. Casey Moore is the 9th hitter in the Apache lineup. Way high and away, and it's 3-1. Kim Abundis, what a great job in the circle. 118 pitches right now for Abundis. We have not seen, I don't know if we've had anyone go over 100 this year in the games that I've called, but you got Abundis now with 119 pitches, and Abby Dart sitting right there at 99. So quite a pitcher's duel between Kim Abundis and Abby Dart. Kim Abundis is just 2-0 on the year, so got to believe it's a little unexpected for her to be dueling it out with Abby Dart. Abby Dart sitting at 23-2 on the year. The 3-2 pitch. Grounder foul down the third base line. We'll do it again. The Apache dugout now trying to get excited. Generate some energy. They had a little team powwow down the third base line between innings there. All the players got down in the foul territory just outside third base and trying to rally each other down there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Another foul ball to the right side. We've seen a lot of these at bats today. These pitchers really being tough on the hitters, and we've seen a lot of scrappy 3-2 pitches fouled off 2 and 3 and 4 times. Abundus has her sign, the 3-2. Swing and a miss, got her. That's just the second strikeout of the ball game for Kim Abundus. And that'll bring up the top of the Apache lineup, Rebecca Snow. Rebecca Snow had a leadoff double and scored the only run of the game for the Apaches in the 6th inning. She's 1 for 2. Walked back in the 1st inning. Here's the first pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1 on Rebecca Snow. 121 pitches now for Kimberly Abundus. Well, we will have a game 2 eventually. It'll be about 30 minutes after this one ends. So here's the 0-1. Misses high, 1 ball, 1 strike. We're now about 2 hours and 5 minutes into this ball game. We're in the bottom of the 8th in a 1-1 tie. Abundus gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Rebecca Snow at the plate. Jaden Lance on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive, right field, base hit. And that'll get things going here for the Apaches. With 1 out, Rebecca Snow with a line drive over the head of Pasacala at first base. 1B9 if you're scoring at the house, and here's Jaden Lance. Jaden Lance had an infield single her last time up. A great diving stop by Segura. The play had about, I don't know, so many things that happened. Segura got to her feet, threw it to third. Snow was safe, and then Lance tried to go to second base and was thrown out. 1-0 count on Jaden Lance, so she is 1 for 3 on the day. She grounded into a double play back in the 1st inning. She hit a ball right up the middle between Abundus' legs that Savannah Martinez made a really good play on. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0. Well, you'd think you'd get something good to hit right here. Time is called. And Christina Sanchez is going to go out, have a chat with Kim Abundus. So we'll have meetings all over the diamond. Now you can see James and Kathleen Rodriguez outside the Cardinal dugout trying to have a powwow about how to approach this. Who do they want to go at? And I think you'd probably want to go right here at Jaden Lance, make her swing the bat. You got the left-handed Goswick on deck. 2-0 count with 1 out and 1 aboard. Bottom of the 8th, the pitch. Off, outside, 3-0. So not sure if this is intentional walk, but maybe you are going to be careful here with Jaden Lance, but that puts that winning run in scoring position. I wouldn't think you'd want to do that for any reason. 3-0 is the count. The pitch. That's a solid fastball, strike 1. Well, you're moving on the ground. If you find a gap here, you might win a ball game. You're probably going to get something good to swing at here. Jaden Lance with a chance. The 3-1. High, ball 4. So now you got the winning run at second base. And just the 3rd walk of the day for Abundus. Rebecca Snow to second base. Here's Mackenzie Goswick. Chance to win it. First and second, 1 out, bottom of 8. Mackenzie Goswick is 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch in there, strike 1. She has the only Apache RBI today. She had an RBI single to left field back in the 6th inning. She lined out to center and flew out to center. No balls and 1 strike on the Apache first baseman, Mackenzie Goswick. Kim Abundis in the circle, the pitch. Fly ball left field and going to drift foul. No one can get there. That wind helping you out there. We've seen a number of balls that have been popped up that way, and if you got no wind, most of them would have been caught, but that one blew out of the reach of the left fielder, Brianna Kennard, and the shortstop, Savannah Martinez. So now you got an 0-2 count on Mackenzie Goswick, so you got a battle here. Well, even a productive out would help the cause. Move that softball on the ground somewhere. Try to get Rebecca Snow over to third. You got to battle if you're Mackenzie Goswick. Here's the 0-2. Way off the plate. And it's a 1-2 count. That fan maybe not happy again. I heard got a little person not happy with something. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The Apaches trying to walk them off here. Kim Abundis trying to keep the Cardinals alive. That's going to be way off the plate again. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, yeah, I got to believe you're going to get something good right here. We'll see how they handle it. You do have a base open, but if you walk Goswick, then you got to deal with Shelby Court with the bases loaded. Here's the 2-2. Missed inside, 3-2. Well, after going outside for 2 consecutive pitches, Abundis threw that hard fastball inside, but it missed. And the count goes to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Big time in this ball game. It's time for Goswick at the plate with a full count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her to chase a high one. Big strikeout there for Kim Abundis. And only her 3rd strikeout of the game, the 2nd strikeout of this inning.
Up to bat, your catcher number 12, Shelby Court.
And Goswick maybe just a little over anxious there, swung at a ball that probably was ball 4. So you got 2 outs. And here is Shelby Court. 2 runners on. We're tied at 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Kim Abundis has done a great job in the circle for the Cardinals. First pitch just off the plate, ball 1. Rebecca Snow at second. Jaden Lance at first. Time is called now. We'll have another meeting by Kathleen Rodriguez with her pitcher. Well, and this is probably how you want to work Shelby Court here. You do have a base open, but on deck is Courtney Heller. It looks like Courtney Heller might be coming in to catch. She's got the shin guards on in the on-deck circle. So Shelby Court at the plate with a chance to win it. And Kathleen Rodriguez has spoken her piece with Kim Abundis. 1-0 count to Shelby Court. Shelby Court was 60 RBI, 60 on the year. That's right. Yep, 60 RBI. She's looking for 61 to win a ball game. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0. And for the moment, it looks like they may be willing to go at Courtney Heller. Courtney Heller has 45 RBI and 9 homers. They be very careful here with Shelby Court. 2-0 pitch outside, 3-0. So looks like they're going to intentionally walk Court to get to Heller. we'll see how they approach this. I got to believe the question is, does Maria give Shelby the green light here? She's showing that the bunt, and then she brings it back. And she'll take that as a strike, and it's 3-1. So now you turn her loose. You try to win a ball game here with if the Cardinals are going to try to get Shelby out here, she's probably going to get something decent to hit. 2 runners on, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th in a 1-1 tie. Shelby Court at the plate, the pitch. Line drive right down. Baseman, she throws to first, not in time. What a play by Roxanne Segura to keep that ball from going in the outfield. I thought for sure that was going to get through. And Segura with the second great play of the game for her. She might be hurt. But, man, she just saved the game right there. A diving stab in the 4-hole, and the Apaches have the bases loaded on an infield single by Shelby Court. So, man, oh, man, that had all the makings of a base hit. And a walk-off single, and Segura saved the game for the Cardinals. She might have hurt her shoulder. She's throwing the ball right now to see if she's going to be able to stay in the game. And trying to see. I think they're going to keep her in. She's going to stay in there. She's throwing the ball fine. So now you got Heller up there. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Courtney Heller today singled to left field her first time up and flew out to right her last time up. So she's got 2 at plate appearances and 1 for 2. Got a chance to win the ball game. You can't walk Heller here. You got to come at her. Bases loaded in a 1-1 tie, bottom of 8. Kim Abundis in the circle. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. You can't be too careful. Ball's well off the plate, so 144 pitches now for Kim Abundis. A 1-0 count on Courtney Heller. Here's the pitch. That's right down Broadway. Little surprise that Heller took that pitch. That was a hittable fastball right there, inside half. She took it for strike 1, so it's a 1-1 count now. 2 outs, bases loaded. Bottom of the 8th. Abundis has her sign, goes into the windup. The 1-1 pitch, that's going to miss high. 2-1.
2 more balls. That's all.
Well, you can't afford to walk Courtney Heller here with the bases loaded. And for Courtney Heller, she is probably going to get something to hit. So you go to all those times in the cages, all the extra BP and the things you do come down to this. Here's the 2-1. Line drive, right field, foul. Just foul. And Coach Henderson almost made the play over there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases loaded. Kim Abundis trying to get the Cardinals back in the dugout to take this game to the 9th inning. Courtney Heller in the batter's box trying to get the Apaches with a walk-off win. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Missed outside, and it's going to go full. Runners will be off with the pitch. Well, we know this. There's a likelihood this pitch will decide the game one way or another. We'll either go extra innings or it'll be over. 3-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Runners will be moving on this pitch. The pitch. Ground ball, foul, and we'll do it again. That was closer to being fair, but inside fastball. Looks like they're going to attack Heller with that inside strike zone. And do you dare go off the plate here? Try to go for that outside corner. We've seen it called about half the time today, so it would take some guts to do it. All right. right, Ms. Kelly has checked in. Appreciate her doing that. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, and this probably will end the inning. And center fielder Santana under it makes the catch, and we're headed to the 9th. So an F8 ends the threat here in the 8th inning, and we'll head to the 9th. We're still tied at 1. Stay with us. We got a good one going here in Bullard, Texas. Back in a minute. And welcome back to Schwab Field. We're on the campus of the Brook Hill School in Bullard, Texas. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. Well, we've had a couple more of you check in. Appreciate you doing that. Sherry Kelly watching her daughter Kinsey Godswick. And Mr. Escoval, Emilio Escoval has checked in watching his daughter Brianna Kennard watch. So thanks for checking in, Cardinal fans and Apache fans. What a game we've got going here. 1-1 as we go to the 9th. And for the Cardinals, it's 4, 5, and 6. Roxanne Segura leads it off. She is 1 for 3 today. She has scored the only run for the Cardinals. First pitch, or the next pitch is in there, and it's quickly 0-2 on Segura. What a day she's had at second. Arguably, she's saved 2 runs, and certainly the most dramatic was that last one. Line drive off the bat of Shelby Court. And Segura diving to her left, keeping it on the dirt, and basically saving the ball game because that would have been the game-winning run that would have come home. Here's the 1-2. Pop up off the right side, and we'll do it again. Nobody on, nobody out, top of the 9th. 1-1. Trinity Valley 22-20. The Apaches 42-5. Trinity Valley right in the thick of a playoff race, trying to get into that 4th spot. Right now they're in 5th with a 9-9 conference record. The Apaches 24-4 sit in first place in the Region 14 Eastern Zone. The 2-2 pitch off the plate, and it's a full count on Roxanne Segura. Rhea Kanaiho waits on deck for the Cardinals. Here's the 3-2. And that missed low. And it's a leadoff walk here in the 9th for the Cardinals. And, boy, that's an infrequent thing today. That's just the 2nd walk all day long for Abby Dart. Abby has 9 strikeouts and just 2 walks. There's the bunt, and you throw it to first, throw behind the runner. So Casey Moore, makes the play on the sacrifice bunt. Segura goes to second base, 1 out. And here's the pitcher, Kim Abundis. And Kim Abundis, she has done yeoman's work in the circle. 149 pitches. And now she's called upon here to try to be the game-winning hitter in her own game. Got a chance to give the Cardinals the lead here. Segura at second, 1 out. First pitch misses, it's 1-0. Really nice crowd here at the ballpark. Swing and a miss. There's that off speed. Haven't seen that a lot here late in the ball game, but Abby Dart using that off speed earlier. Fly ball, shallow left center, and running over to make the catch is Mackenzie Ryan, and there's 2 outs. Well, we've had Danny and Christy from Garden City checking in, Abby's parents. Appreciate you doing that. Boy, what a day for Abby. She's now over 100 pitches. 2 outs in the 9th inning. And who did we say this is? This is Mele Pasacala back in there. Didn't have a pinch runner earlier. First pitch misses, it's 1-0. Go ahead run at second here in the 9th. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Laid off of that fastball that missed. And it's 2-0 on Pasacala. Now, Shelby Court, who did return to the catcher's duties. So Courtney Heller might have been helping out down in the bullpen. I don't know. That's maybe why she had those shin guards on. They speculated whether Courtney Heller was going to come in as the catcher. And that did not happen. So 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. She throws that off-speed pitch right over the plate, strike 1. Well, do you do it again? Do you double up on that pitch? We'll see. Here's the 2-1. Pop up right side, and coming in right field, making the running catch is Rebecca Snow for the final out. F9 if you're scoring at the house. The leadoff walk is stranded at second. And man, Pete, I'm running out of room on my score sheet. The Apaches need to score here in the 9th or I'm out of space. It's 1-1. We go to the bottom of the 9th. All right, here you go. Bottom of the 9th. 6, 7, and 8 for the Apaches. Brittany Gaylor, Mackenzie Ryan, Mackenzie Pete. 150 pitches in. Kim Abundis back in the circle. Takes a deep breath. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. I have loved hearing from all of you out there in cyberspace watching this ball game. If you haven't checked in, feel free to shoot us a note. Give you a little shout out on the air. 1-1 is our score as we start the bottom of the 9th. We're at the 6th spot. The Apache lineup. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0. Well, you got to tip your cap to Kim Abundis, boy. She's 2-0 on the year. And according to the stat sheet, this is her first start of the season. What a masterful job she's done at spreading out 8 hits for the Apaches. The Apaches have had their opportunities, but a couple of times in this ballgame have made a couple of base running errors. And when the Apaches made those base running errors, the Cardinals were ready to pounce and get the out. So good defense really by both teams, and especially Trinity Valley. They have taken advantage of some of those miscues on the bases by TJC. 3-0 now. Boy, this is the last thing that Trinity Valley wants, is to have a leadoff walk. Brittany Gaylor is 1 for 3 today. Base hit to center her last time up. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. And, yeah, I don't know. In the major leagues, they're making a point of emphasis on trips on the mound. They actually are keeping track of it on the scoreboard now in the big leagues, because they've made some rule changes in Major League Baseball to try to speed the game up. And this is a number of trips now for Kathleen Rodriguez. I don't know if you make a second trip in the inning, I'm pretty sure you got to make the change pitchers. And we have seen at least one pitcher in that Trinity Valley bullpen. There's no one tossing at the moment. And right now, 152 pitches for Kimberly Abundis. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Pop up, right side. Segura going back, and oh, you drop it. It went off the glove, and that's an error. Boy, the great defense by second baseman Roxanne Segura. She has been so good, and then she just missed that. It just bounced out of her glove. It's got to be an error. And so Gaylor aboard with no one out. And now you got to believe you're going to bunt Mackenzie Ryan here. With Gaylor at first and no one aboard. And this is exactly the last time this happened. If you remember, Gaylor overran second and got thrown out. So we'll see if they can execute a little bit better this time. Because you had this exact situation back in the 7th inning where Gaylor was the leadoff batter. She got a base hit. And then Mackenzie Ryan laid down a bunt. She was out at first, but the first baseman rifled the ball, and Gaylor had overran second a little bit towards third, and she was thrown out. Well, the bunt went foul, so it's an 0-1 count. Here's the second bunt attempt, and it's going to go, and it's another double play. She popped it up, and the Apaches continue to shoot themselves in the foot. Can't execute a bunt there. It's an F2. The ball popped off the bat of Ryan, and Gaylor drifted off first base, and she's doubled off 2-3. Well, another base running error. You can't really go until that ball's on the ground. And a double play, again, alert defense by the Cardinals. Base hit over the second baseman's head, and the Apaches still alive here on the first hit of the day from Mackenzie Pete. She's now 1 for 4.
Up to that, third baseman number 17, Casey Moore.
Here's Casey Moore now for the 4th time. Casey Moore 0 for 2 with a walk today. She struck out swinging her last time up. Coach Wynn, you can just kind of tell in her body language, she's a little frustrated as the Apaches have not been able to take advantage of some of these opportunities. And it's been a well-played game. Trinity Valley has done a great job of playing defense. Casey Parker is the pinch runner at first base for Mackenzie Pete. So Coach Wynn trying to get maybe a little more speed out there. Casey Parker at first with 2 outs. Casey Moore at the plate, looking for her first hit of the day. And you might think about stealing here with Casey Parker. 2 outs. First pitch misses low, ball 1. If you're wondering, Casey Parker has 2 steals, has not been thrown out, so she's 2 for 2 on the year. And it does not look like Coach Wynn going to put any signs on, so for the moment, Casey's going to stay at first. Pitch misses off the plate, and it's 2-0. Well, whenever you have a runner on, a double has a chance to end the game. 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. The pitch. Just missed. Not by much. It's 3-0. Well, we got some of those Trinity Valley folks rooting their team on. Love to see that. And they have flashed the leather today. Boy, they've had some good defense throughout this ball game. And that was Christina Sanchez who caught that ball, that bunt. Boy, it barely moved. I thought it might have hit the ground, but it popped straight up off the bat. Sanchez snagged it, rifled it down to Pasacala at first, getting the double play as Gaylor had drifted off first. And generally there you teach your runners to not leave first unless the ball's on the ground. And now the 3-0 pitch. You miss inside, and it's a walk. So now you got first and second, 2 outs. And it's the 4th walk of the day for Kim Abundis. Top of the lineup, Rebecca Snow has a chance to win it. The Apaches have had their chances today. And what a great job Kim Abundis has done in that circle. She has competed her tail off all day. She's going to have to do it again right here. First and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th, the pitch. Outside, ball 1. And appears, at least for the moment, Abundis is having a little bit of trouble finding the zone. She just walked Casey Moore, and she's fallen behind Rebecca Snow. And if you're Rebecca Snow, boy, you got to be looking for something good to swing at right here. The pitch. Inside, but it's called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, lots of ways to win the ball game here. You just got to knock it down and get it through the infield. Don't have to hit a double or a homer here. Rebecca Snow with a 1-1 count, 2 outs, 2 on, bottom of the 9th. The pitch. Little looper into left. That's going to be the ball game. Here comes the winning run, and the Apaches will win it 2-1 on the RBI single by Rebecca Snow. And that's your ball game. Rebecca Snow with a clutch 2-out single over the shortstop Savannah Martinez's head, and coming home to score the winning run is Casey Parker, the pinch runner, and there's your ball game. So the Apaches scratch out a really tough, hard-earned victory. Tip your cap to the Cardinals, as that's a tough game for Kim Abundis to lose. But, boy, she did a great job of competing, and the Apaches finally do break through here in the bottom of the 9th, and they'll take it 2-1. Let's pull up the box score. Not a whole lot to talk about offensively for either team. As, let's see here. For some reason, it's going to go off on me. All right, so Rebecca Snow, who gets the game-winning hit, goes 3 for 4. There's your offensive star of the game for the Apaches. She does get an RBI. Mackenzie Goswick with a 1 for 4 day. She gets an RBI. She gets the other RBI. Abby Dart, complete game win. Throws 114 pitches. Strikes out 9 Cardinal batters. Only walks 2. And she'll run her record to now 24-2 on the year. And the losing pitcher will be Kim Abundis. She'll drop to 2-1 on the season. The Cardinals, their overall record will drop to 22-21. And their conference record now will drop one game below 500 at 9-10. The Apaches as a team, their overall record will go to 43-5. Their conference record goes to 25-4, and they extend their winning streak now to 6 games in a row. What a ball game! I enjoyed calling it. Glad to appreciate all the live chat talks or chat features there. And so we've had some emotions on both sides on that live chat, checking those last ones. An outstanding ball game. I enjoyed calling it. Your final line score for the Trinity Valley Cardinals, they score 1 run on 5 hits. They commit 1 error. And the Tyler Junior College Apaches, they score 2 runs on 10 hits. They also commit 1 error. So we'll take about a 30-minute break, and we'll be back on the air probably in about 30 minutes. For the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, Dr. Tim Drain, Kelsey Weeks, Chuck Smith, who are all out here at the ballpark. This is Dr. John Gross signing off for about 30 minutes. We'll be back in just a little bit. So long, everybody.